Yo, what's going on, guys? So, obviously, a very choppy day in the markets today. Uh, we kind of rejected from some higher time frame PD arrays, daily 50%. But I still want to show you guys what I'm looking at going into tomorrow. It's kind of 50-50, if I'm being honest with you. But with that said, let's stop wasting the time and let's get right into the charts. So, what I'm looking at going into tomorrow is this. Right here, you see we have today's candle, right? We close back inside of here. So, of course, first things first, looking at the daily bias video that I've put out. If you haven't looked at it, check out the YouTube. Um, we expect to take the previous day low because this candle is most likely going to close back in the range of this green candle, which means we expect this previous day low to be swept. Does not mean we're going straight down, but it could mean that we get some kind of uh, we come down in Asia, London, sweep to slow, and then go back up too. So we have to watch out for that. Um, the other thing is right now, we thought we were going to get this daily fair value gap today, right? We still have not. Why? Well, first thing is ES has already tapped into this area and tapped that 50%. Today, look where NQ hit. Struggled as soon as it tapped that daily 50%, that daily 50%, right? So we tapped that as well as this. So I think that this is why NQ is having so many problems up here, because you're sitting at daily 50%. You're also sitting at basically mean threshold CE 50%, whatever you want to call it, of this daily order block. So it's making it tough for price to to continue higher. So I need to see some like momentum or something that tells me we're going back up to this daily FVG. So what I'm going to be watching tonight is actually going to be on the 4 hour chart. So let's go down to the 4 hour chart, and you see, I've talked about rejections a lot lately, right? Um, First thing here, you see we took these relatively equal highs, right? We did not take this. The one thing is we left these up here, so these are interesting to me. If we get displacement, these, and then this is the daily FVG sitting right here. So there's a lot. Like, look at all these highs here. You have high, high, failure swing, failure swing. So there's a bunch of liquidity sitting here because retail traders are like, oh, this is resistance. This is resistance. I'm going to put my stop here. Price should not come here. Well, guess what? Price is going to run this eventually. But going into tonight, my bias is strictly going to be dependent on this 4 hour. Remember, this is the 4 hour that we wanted today, right? We wanted a 50% down up into the daily. Um, we didn't quite get that. So, and you see we're kind of coming back down, and then going back to what I kind of like veered off of a second ago was the rejection block, right? What are rejection blocks? Rejection blocks are the close of these order blocks, right? So this is the 4 hour order block. Why? Because this candle closed below this down candle as it swept liquidity. A candle that sweeps liquidity and then gets closed below here becomes an order block. So you see, this is your order block here, and look what price did. It did today. And then I noticed we have more 4 hour relative equal highs up here, so it makes the bearish stance even more less probable. But um, but you see, the rejection block is the close of this candle, and look what happens as we go into this rejection block. We'll get rid of this to alleviate confusion. But this line here is your rejection block because it's the close of this order block. And look, price one, not I guess not one. This was the formation of it. But look, one, two times we have rejected this rejection block on the 4 hour. So if we close below this 4 hour candle, this becomes a 4 hour prop block, and I don't think this 4 hour FEG stands a chance. And I think I think we go back down to a new weekly low if we inverse this 4 hour fair value gap. So that's my condition going into tonight. Long as this holds, tomorrow I still think we come up, and we might sweep a previous day low on here. Doesn't mean we'll close below it, but we could sweep it and then go back up, take all this liquidity. Let me pull out the paintbrush. We'll sweep all this liquidity that's sitting up here because we have high, high, lower high here. So there's just a bunch of liquidity here. So get rid of that. So that's what I'm looking at. This 4 hour will tell us everything. The hourly, just a choppy mess. Nothing to really break down here, right? Look at the 5 minute uh, from this morning. Just a lot of stuff you just don't want to get caught inside of, which is fine because I mean the market had a big move down, a little distribution accumulation phase. Another move down. The market's been moving a lot, so I mean it deserves to take a break, just like the rest of us, right? So we'll just wait. We'll see how we break out of this zone here, and then we'll either look for previous day low or back up to the daily FVG going into tomorrow. The last thing that I want to point out before I end here is if we inverse that hourly, that 4 hour. This is more of a bearish stance, and then we take obviously previous day low, yesterday's low, and then we displace through it, and we don't get a reversal here. I'm looking for this lower daily FVG, and why is that? I think I showed it to you guys last night, but look here. So this is the obviously this one's balanced already, so this one is not. Where does this one sit? So let's go to the weekly chart, and then what do you see? I see boom, boom. So this is our weekly range, our weekly swing low and our weekly swing high so far. What do you see? 50% of the weekly lines up with this gray box. What's that gray box again? It's this daily FEG that's sitting down here. So if we take this daily low with displacement showing us price indeed wants to move over in not reverse, then we know we need to look for this daily fair value gap down to that 19, we'll call it 19,420 land, and then we'll look for a possible reversal there. So just want to show you guys that. Other than that, the 4 hour tonight, guys, is the key to tell us what happens tomorrow. So if we end up coming up overnight and closing over all these down candles, remember I said it today. We come up, we close over here. All these turn into bullish order blocks, which then probably send us up through that daily. And then what's that mean? It may be a little dip, and then we go, whoops, not NVIDIA charts. We go back up to, don't mind this, back up to all-time highs here for NQ. So watch for a close above, watch the 4 hour below. And with that will give you guys a great bias going into tomorrow. With that, hope you guys enjoyed. Like, subscribe. We'll catch you guys next time.